Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are on Mirage and I want to show you a little masterclass. What do I mean by masterclass? I just want to teach you how to play Mirage if you're having trouble winning this map, trouble using your utility. Maybe you want to know some Wallbangs, some pop flashes, just all that kind of stuff. A little movement recommendation for mid, and yeah, I just overall want to help you improve your win rate on this beautiful map. And yeah, let's get started over here on B. I think B is the fastest done. So we want to do B for our first section. We're gonna start on the terrorist side. We're also looking on CT how things are over there. But let's get started right away. 4 smokes on B. You want to go into this corner. I know it sounds weird, smokes on B, but they can be actually pretty strong. So there are 3 lineups. You can have teammates either drop you smokes or you're gonna do one smoke that you personally prefer. I prefer the catwalk short smoke or just the kitchen window smoke. And you can either go here, like this smoke, like this edge you wanna find. This edge is the catwalk short smoke. Over here at window, you're gonna align it in the middle over window and do a jump throw. Now, same for this corner, do a jump throw, and this way you are going to take care of kitchen window, and short catwalk, the connection part. So this way you will have smoked away the side. Now people can be here on backside, people can be here on side, people can be back there, and at this van area. So these are areas we want to take care of next. Terrible bunny hop there, it is what it is. And now how do we handle these things? First off, what I really recommend doing, if you take the spot fast, either by yourself or with teammates, but you should call for your teammates, you are flashing, then you get into this corner, and now you also want to actually flash. You need to look at where these 2 edges, like this upward one and the sideward one, where these connect. You just want to aim there and now walk and throw, actually run and throw. Like this is walking, this is running. You want to run and throw. And let's see this from another side. As you can see, it bounces out the window. You have not a lot of reaction time. This is going to catch a lot of people. And no matter the angle, like okay, maybe if you hug the pillar, but people want to see something. So most of the time, even this player will be blinded. Or like this. Okay, actually, this works better. But you see the point of this flash. You have a really nice pop flash, and most of the time you're going to get a kill or assists with this. Really recommendable. Next up, this corner, very known for Afterplant. If you go crouch here and there's this white point, like let me show it to you closer, this white thing. If you get next to the stove and crouch down, you can wallbang through here, this line. You can spray, you can shoot, however you want. And you see, you clear here on site, people standing here in this area, even back here, but nobody is ever gonna stand here to be honest with you. And even back here if they're out in the open for some reason. But this is best for people that are trying to strafe kill you here, like when you come through the apartments thing, like at the first window up there. And this is gonna clear them out or make them swap the position. And what you can also do, you can actually plant the bomb here, and this way you will always win the afterplant from up there. Another really good wallbang, if you get to this microwave and crouch down, and everywhere here in the middle actually works, and you will just spray through here. This way you will take care of the guy that is up on truck, and sometimes, whoops, sometimes even here, if you aim a little bit lower on the left side, you can even take care of this spot. I like to spray on top of the van, because as long as no one of my teammates peeked, that's probably where a lot of people like to be. Because if you clear this, and there's no one here obviously, they can just align their crosshair and strafe peek you there and have a free kill. So good players usually don't stand there. They're either jump spotting here, like this, or they will be on top of the truck, like Orb for example, and try to get the early frag here and then just drop down to retreat. And you can do damage on them or even kill them if you get a headshot down there from here, like this. Very recommendable stuff. So, next up, we haven't talked about Molotovs yet, right? There are 2 Molotovs from the same position. Let me show it to you. You want to align with this wooden doorway, like here. Obviously, you need a teammate that is already pushed out. or a teammate here in front who's taking the fights right now for you. So you can actually stand here. And now it's interesting. These are both pretty much the same lineup. It is just the height that makes the difference. Like, guys, size does matter. You can either go in the middle of the tarp, like this, and run throw. This way, you will have taken care of the half brick wall back there. It's still strong positions to stand here. You need to watch out for that. But behind the wall, especially this annoying head glitch, will be taken care of like this. And now, all you need to do now, for the second one, or for which one you prefer, is the exact same lineup, like this. But now you go higher, like more up with your crosshair, and do a run throw once again. And this way, you will actually take care of backside. Like, remember, this is smoked, this is smoked, back here is burning now. You wallbanged here, you wallbanged on top of there. You can also, if you get a second Molotov back there, that is smoked. You wallbang through there to van, we already had that, sorry for the repetition. And you can pop flash out of there. So, one spot that's still dangerous. Sometimes people like to hide close. Mostly, they will get overrun. But I like to waste my HE. I know it's a waste, this is not good. And what I just want to recommend, if you're also a guy who likes to HE here, or maybe someone jump spot the wrong way, like if you are CT, let's get it out of the way already, you wanna jump spot always to the right. Like, get out of here. This way, they will see your head the lowest amount of time. If you do like this, you're very exposed to the enemy. And you also only jump at full velocity. If you don't do it, it's very easy for them to one-tap headshot, especially if you play against a warm-up enemy that just clicked bots' heads for like an hour, I don't know, or 10 minutes. They will just click your head if you jump here like an idiot, and you can't do anything about it. So, always jump spot like this, but maybe they still hit you. They get a body shot in, and I always pull out my grenade, instantly grenade after, to secure the kill, especially if they stand down there. Don't walk and throw. If you walk and throw, something very bad can happen. It goes back there, and sometimes it even gets behind here. This happened to me a lot back in the day. So I actually stop for my grenade, so I can just throw it up there in the air, in the middle area, with this little bounce. So it damages you the same, either if you stand there, or back there, just this entire area. Alright, maybe you find even a better HE. I just like throwing this without a lineup on the guy that has been hit. Like, same here, if I hear someone got hit on site from my wallbang and I didn't finish them off, I will just throw my grenade on site like this. Same for backside Molotov. Or if a gunfight happened here, I'm just gonna throw it like this, with a walk throw this time actually, to get it back there. And yeah, hopefully pick up a kill that way. So this is pretty much how I play Mirage B as a terrorist. Like I said, if you can, this not always works. It is great to combine, like if you do your catwalk short smoke, that was this one. If you're back here and throw up there your smoke, the catwalk short smoke. If you throw it like this, it is way more easy to actually get down the bomb plant, like right here. If you get down the bomb here, like this, and go up in apps, you can easily win the Afterplant by this shown Wallbang. Just take your time and tap through there when you hear them defuse. And I promise you, they can't do anything about it. Sometimes they will try to Wallbang back at you, but that way you can just move away, because obviously they can't defuse while doing that. And once you hit the defuse again, you're gonna go at it again and start the Wallbang all over again. So, let's get this annoying bomb out of the way. We want to swap over to CT, and I see you there in just a second. For CTB, there are not too much things I need to show you, but some are very important. First off, before you go in there, this is already the first mistake if you just walk in there. If you're the B player on CT, Mirage, you're always going to pull out your pistol while walking and take a shot for the mid guy. You can actually change the outcome of the round or of the game a lot by doing that. Because for your mid guy, who just wants to walk up here, jump there, strafe there, go in as fast as possible, you save him a little bit of MS, and those MS in mid-Mirage window are really important for mid players. And this could make the difference between life and death, and mid is arguably the most important position. So, you don't want to lose this. Open it up for your teammate, even if they don't ask. Just make it your routine. If you are playing B on Mirage, open this thing up. You don't lose anything by doing it. A little bit time, but you have that time on B. You are going to open this up. So, next up, going through here, you can actually knife this, because the smoke that is thrown over the tower that I showed you for window, sometimes if you throw it very, very good timed, it lands like on top here or falls in here. But the wood actually breaks if it's touched by the smoke grenade without changing the path of it. So, at least that's for my lineup. Maybe there are lineups that are affected by this. But for my lineup, this thing doesn't change anything. So some people that say, oh, leave it intact, don't care about it, do whatever you want, leave it intact, destroy it, doesn't matter too much. So I like playing B short. If you have someone who holds there, if you're also gonna play B short, you want to get rid of your Molotov first off, just get it in there, and now you can go over there and assist your teammate. What I like to do, I strafe peek here for info. If I see a guy, I take my shots, and then you are gonna go the fuck back. Don't re-peek over and over again. You are so open and exposed for them, you are a literal free kill. You're not gonna re-peek and re-peek. You do this once, okay, you fucked up, you didn't get anything, go the hell back. You can still do a lot of stuff from here now, rotate to different angles. Maybe just stay defensive like this so you can see connector. Be careful for there's like this little bench. If they jump up on the bench, they can see and kill you if you're on short, exposed. They can obviously look from connector, but they are going to be more focused on that side most of the time if they haven't taken A already. So you want to go back here, have a look for that bench. If your team is calling that they are taking A, you want to start to shift your interest a bit for connector. And obviously they can also go here, be short. So be careful for catwalk that they are not coming around here. You can hold it like this. Now, if your Molotov fades and you don't hear steps, this position is actually really key because you hear steps on under very clear. You hear steps up there if they decide to rotate back over T-spawn. You can hear that if they walk up here. This is audible from your position. You can hear those steps. You hear the steps going under. It's going to be a different hearing experience every time. You can clearly make a difference if they're going underneath you, if they're going back, or if they're going to come out. And then, how do you react? If they're going back, you're going to hold this position, because they can still come mid, like this, they can still rotate everywhere, you're going to hold this key position. If they go under, you can use your grenades from short, like just get it down there like this, with a run throw, and nade them down there. And you are definitely going to call it for your team in voice chat. And now you can, I like going up this edge because the off angles are always less expected by people like the bench player maybe. And you're going to hold bench because you have the info there are people down there. They are definitely going to play for bench because later on mid, we're going to talk about this more. This is also very useful to get into mid window very easy. So you are going to hold that. And if you hear them rushing out actually, then you want to play by this pillar. I like this pillar a lot. And there are not so much things they can do about it. There's a good Molotov, but I don't like using that either. They can smoke back here, but this is one of the strongest positions on B. And you are just going to strafe play again, and don't over peek. Like this, I peek here, with a small angle, I go for my shots, maybe I kill someone, maybe I miss, and then I'm gonna go to the other side. And I do the same. This was bad already, I exposed myself too much, like this is better. And you're going to do this over and over again and fight your way through. Always a good grenade is if you bounce it off this wall. Walk throws are always getting it in deeper, but this time you want to stand still because if you overthrow, it has a danger of going back here. Also happened to me. You don't want that to happen. So that's how I basically play B. If you are instead back here at this edge or somewhere back there, and you want to throw your Molotov late, because normally the B short player throws his Molotov to stop the initial push, so he has time to go short and hear those steps. and the B short player should always throw his Molotov first. So if you have a second B player, most of the time that will be the case. The second B player should hold on to his Molotov to annihilate push or maybe also a rotation. And you don't want to ever throw it like this. Please, for the love of God, don't do it. Because, let's be honest here. How many times in Counter-Strike have you died holding a grenade in your hand and not being able to swap to your weapon fast enough because they push around at the timing? And you're always going to be, timing. No, you can just do better if you go defensive. Like back here at this trash can, you can align your Molotov with everywhere at this left edge. As you can see in the grenade cam, this all works. This is all easy. Everything goes in there. I'm just gonna do a normal left click throw. And this way, you will have taken care of the Abs late rush, and they can't do anything about it. They are not going to grenade back here, they can't wallbang you back here. You are totally fine, and then you can still get back into position, and they did not kill you because of timing. That just can't happen. It can't happen if you throw it like that. And one wallbang, I see people a lot that just try to wallbang through there somehow. But this isn't really going to do much. Like, okay, maybe if someone is playing here the banger, how it's called in the German tribe, like this is the banger. If you're playing this, okay, but it's also just easy to bang back at you because they see where your bullets came through and can estimate your position and all that kind of stuff. But we want an actual useful wallbang. For that, there is this torn apart newspaper. You want to get on top of it, and then everywhere on the right bottom line works. Like from the left to the right, everywhere here just works. And it's going to spray the terrorists that are coming, as you can see, on head height. You are going to die. Just die if you cross through here while someone is firing. Or obviously with an M4 and wallbang, you're going to take massive damage if it's just one bullet that hits you. But either way, this is a massive win for the CT. So if you are someone who likes spraying through there, please take this position at the newspaper and wallbang through here. This is the best you can do. And obviously, if they wallbang, you can also go there and just wallbang back at where the shots came from and hopefully win that fight. Most of the time, you should not do that because AKs usually have a better chance of killing someone through this wood than M4s do. So they are superior in a wallbang battle. But if you just want to go for the initial wallbang, do it like this. Alright, I think that's it for B. Actually, there are multiple boost spots here. The most default one would be this one. Ask a teammate for you to boost you up there. And then you can, especially in eco rounds, this is great if people don't notice you with a deagle or maybe something like that, or maybe even USP. They actually sometimes just walk here and gonna plant here while you sit up there. And you have the freedom to do a ninja defuse, to clutch the round, to knife that guy for money. You can just do whatever you want. Most of the time this is going unnoticed. I don't even know why. Maybe because it's just uncommon. Very easy and known spot. This over here is also possible, but not as recommended. This stands out even more. So I recommend you to this. And like I already said, you wanna jump spot on full velocity. You're gonna do the jump. Like, don't do this. Don't do this. This is all way too long, leaving you visible. You walk from the left to the right and you jump at the last second at max speed. Last second you could see something. Because this way you can still spot if there's an enemy, but they have a way harder time to take off your head. You don't want to ever do it like this. You also don't want to just jump from the left to the right. That is also leaving you too exposed. Do it the right way. Don't die here. This is really useless if you just die there. And yeah, if you're playing up on Van, this is a popular wallbang, this is a popular wallbang. Be aware about it. You can avoid this by going all the way up in front and stand like this. And then you also have an easier time dropping down because you have more options to drop down. Like if you're back here and you drop down to the left, you're still exposed. So you need to drop to the right. And if you're up on top, you also have more options. You can just go to the front, to the left, still to the right and be completely down here. So I recommend you, if you're going to play Van, what I in the first place wouldn't recommend, but if you like doing it, maybe you're an AWPer that just wants to aggressive peek, don't play it like this. Play up front here, so you have more mobility to rotate away if things get close. Also, in ecos or with a shotgun, you can stand here around the corner. very unsuspected most of the times, but just be aware, please don't do this with like a silenced M4. It's too long and people are going to notice, and you don't want them to notice, trust me. Alright, I think that pretty much sums us up for B, what I like to do as a city, and T. Now we want to get to the next location. Next up, we are going to take a look at A on terrorist side. So, first off, this old but good smoke from CSGO for CT still works, but you don't want to use this. Like, why don't you want to use this? It's pretty simple, let's just do it once. The problem with the smoke is, even though it's very easy and great to throw very early, it doesn't cover tickets. Like, people up here, they can either still jump spot you or get up on ticket themselves and have a peek at you. Even though they're very exposed, if you don't expect, and especially your teammates who think like you are calling them CTS smoked, they will not take care of this, and this can end up being a very deadly experience for you and your team. So you don't want to throw the old CT smoke anymore, but it still works, it is still there. If you for some reason still like playing this, maybe you want to bait, like you know this, so you throw that smoke, and then you come out ramp, expecting it, and maybe you call your team, and the first guy coming with AWP just aims there, and you bait the enemy to actually jump there, because it's the only position where he can look through. So that is a possibility as well. But most of the time, we want to throw a better CT smoke. So where is this better CT smoke? You need to get to this edge, like you see. There is it is wall broken away, or like, I don't know the right word. But where the wall becomes even, like without these edges. You want a line there, and then all you need to do is look at this wooden thing. Let me get it a little bit bigger for you. There's this wooden thing. All you need to do now is do a jump throw here, and this way you will have a smoke that actually jumps on top of ticket, and this way, as you can see, perfectly covered smoke. This is what you want to do instead. So especially if you're only one person and no one drops you smokes, this is probably the way to go. But you can also do one of these others. Now we come for the stairs, and I don't even know what you should call this area here. Like out of jungle, out of connector, next to stairs, down here we wanna smoke. Because together with the stairs smoke, this is going to create a wall that takes care of jungle and connector players completely. And to do that, you need 2 smokes, or you just smoke one of the areas, which one you like more. And you see this door frame. You want to get to the right side of the door frame, and you have these, I don't know what these are. I don't know, maybe cable? These cables. And you want to look at the cables, and then just do a simple jump throw. And then, this is for the lower smoke, like the area that I just showed you that I don't know how to call. And now imagine this edge wouldn't be broken away and go throughout the whole way. I'll just rethrow the smoke from just now, so it's still there. And now we do a jump throw. This is our stair smoke. This is going to bounce up there and land perfectly on stairs every time. And this way, as you can see, you will have taken care of that area completely. Like, of course they can sneak through, but that's always a weakness of smokes, that people can just walk through. But from a smoke wall perspective, you can't get much better than this. This is going to take their right area away. If you take CT with the ticket smoke away, that's also taken care of. So that's like one of the best case scenarios, alright? You do your free smokes, you get dropped smokes by your premates or by random mates that you yell at in team chat until they drop you the smokes that you need to win the game. But sometimes, if your team is just getting annihilated by the enemies, they're just better, maybe there's someone firebox, maybe someone under, maybe someone just instantly pushes as soon as he sees the smoke lands, he just goes here and goes down fighting, taking 2 or 3 guys with him. If you're in this type of game and you feel like you can't win the fights with the smokes, you can also use the smoke to open up playroom. What I mean by that, you want to look for this edge. Like, as you can see, it goes around the corner here where I'm knifing right now. You want to go at this edge and turn around. You have this black thing, line. You go from this black line to over there, the gap, and now walk and throw. This smoke is seamless, but actually it opens up a lot of playroom. Now you can take angles one by one, clear out stairs. Once you've cleared out stairs, you have multiple options. This, by the way, this used to be a one-way smoke for right here, and as you can see, it still kinda is a little bit, but very hard to see. So most of the time it won't be. And as it fades away a little bit, you used to be able to see ticket like this, but the way they fixed one-ways, it is no longer. But you still use this to open up playroom, because now you can actually get to Tetris safely. Under can peek you. Stairs can rarely peek you, like if you walk to the right, they won't even be able to. And what you wanna do now is get into this corner. We're gonna throw my infamous insta-kill grenade combo, how I call it. And you wanna look for this edge. Sorry, I just had to handle my dogs for a second. Maybe I will just cut it out actually. So, for the insta-kill combo, you wanna go away symmetrically, like evenly away from it, like this. And if you go out a little bit, more into the center of the stone like this, you wanna pull out your Molotov and do a Molotov and instantly follow up with your HE. And if there's a guy sitting firebox, I promise you, he is instantly dead like this. He's gonna take massive fire damage, and most of the time they're going to try to retreat to CT, just as a survival instinct, because if they go left, like there's the smoke, maybe he makes it into the smoke, that's his only chance. But most of the time, people won't walk here in the open. They can die if Palace comes out, they can die if ramp pushes through, like especially if the smoke starts to fade, there are going to be a lot of people standing behind it. So people will try to walk away, so they are also going to go through the immense fire spread, and if you time it very fast, one after each another, there is no chance for them to survive, even if they take the fast route away. So you use the smoke to gain space. After gaining space, do the insta-kill combo, and you are probably going to take care of at least one guy. That means if there is someone in firebox. So, how do you play it once you manage to take the spot? One more thing, of course, you can always, if you want to, aim at the A and do a walk throw for a very simple Molotov down there on under. Nothing special, there might be better ones. I just never had the urge to actually make a lineup for this, because I always just throw it at the A while walking, and it worked for me fine so far. And yeah, you can also, not as effective, but sometimes necessary, if your team only gives you one smoke and you decided, for example, to smoke stairs or CT, like ticket. You can do a walk throw Molotov. If you just aim up there and do a walk throw, you are going to Molotov away jungle like this. And this can also be really helpful to delay them, so you have a little bit of time to take the site. Once you've actually taken the site, I recommend, if you can, if there's still a smoke there. If not, don't do it. But if there's still the smoke, especially the smoke wall, like smoke there, plant here. This is probably the best plant spot that you can have as a terrorist on Mirage, on A. And there's also a lot of easy afterplant scenarios. Like, first of all, they have so many open spots to take care of that can all pretty clearly see the bomb, that it's very, very hard to ninja. They need to kill everyone before they can get to the fusing, and you can assure that they need to by using this Molotov lineup. Like, imagine you are a 1v1 or maybe 1v2, and you hear the enemy is defusing. What you want to do is you retreat to ramp, and all you need to do is look a little bit upwards, like on top of this edge, and just do a walk throw. As you can see, this bounces and it's going to cover everywhere where you can defuse, and also a little bit more. So they will do massive damage, interrupt the defuse, go win the round. Very easy stuff. Sometimes, oh, oops. I'm trying out a new crouch jump bind, so I don't need to crouch jump manually anymore, and I think I'm becoming stupid because of it, because I can't crouch jump normally anymore. If you go Palace instead, what you want to do before going out is align with this wall. Like, you see where my foot is, or like this, just go as close to the left, and then let's pull out the orb once again. You have this bright area, and here you see this crack, where the bright area ends and the crack begins. There you want to aim, and pull out your flashbang and just do a normal left click throw. What this does is pretty simple. This is a very mean pop flash. It is the meanest probably for people on spot. Like imagine you're holding close like this. This is a bad position to hold, by the way, for CT side. Don't hold like this because you are, even if you have left side model, if that's still a thing in CS2, it's still right hand peak advantage. So you don't want to stand like this, obviously. And this is what the flash looks like for you. As you can see, pretty bad stuff. Same for back here, as one could imagine. If you're back here, this is also going to get you. Same for stairs. This is going to get you if you look up there. Like from up here, maybe we're here, waiting for a kill. Pretty good, pretty mean flash. Clears out all the angles that you want to take care of before. Maybe actually what's more realistic, probably back here. Obviously on range, flashes get worse. So nothing as big of a deal anymore. But still better than nothing. Because back there is really hard to flash, probably even impossible from Palace. Because you want to throw your flashbangs from here. You can't go up there to throw your flashbangs, because the moment you cross here, you're exposed to jungle's orb, you're exposed to stairs player, maybe even someone in MBK, maybe someone's pushed, maybe someone's up here. You can't pull out your grenades. Don't do it. Don't go into this corner and throw your grenades. It's suicidal, and it is probably going to cost you rounds if you play like that. Instead, go for this. Take out your flash, throw it like this. Cheeky little pop flash, and this way you can hopefully go out more safely. And yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up for the terrorist side of Mirage. And now we wanna swap over to CT. So for CT side, I don't even know how to start this, to be exact. What I like to do in the beginning of the round is I just throw down a Molotov ramp to prevent a rush. Some might call it a waste, but I feel way more safe this way. So, depending on your weapon. If you have second round and you have a MP9 or Nova maybe, or maybe even XM, if you're that kind of shotgun enjoyer, I like to head glitch close, and the Molotov buys me the time on ramp to allow me to get close. If you think this is stupid, you might be right, but I swear to God, and every single elo in this game, this is working wonders. This spot is giving me so much free kills, and I really recommend you try it out. Just be sure that you don't waste your rifle. Rifles have a lot of range, so you don't need a rifle if you play that corner. This is for rounds, for bonus rounds, for anti-ecos, and then it's time for you to get close. And I think this is way more efficient here than in under. I think under you have way less impact, and also you are sitting duck to Molotovs and just need to run out. If you are threatened here, you can still fall back to under and be a sitting duck, but if you go under in the first place, you won't run out here to this spot. That makes no sense. If you're threatened down there, you're also threatened here. So this gives you more backup area, which I like, which is why I like this position a lot. So, for some nades, once again, there are a lot of really nice nades you can do here. If you get into this corner, for example, and pull out your flashbang, as you might be able to see already, you have all the kinds of different angles. Like, throwing like this will make for a nice pop flash. You can align it in the middle for a really high angled pop flash, like this. Or, what I like to do is I like to aim one in the middle, and then I follow up with one at the top. And then I have two different heights of flashbangs that come out like this. And especially if they already smoked CT, these just fly through there and pop behind the smoke. And are just amazing for retake scenarios. So you might be sitting there and be like, but they have a second reaction time. How is this a pop flash? My pop flash should be instant. In that case, if you don't like this, you can go over to this trash can. There is a way stronger one if you just look at this edge there. And as you might be able to tell already from the grenade area, this is really mean. Grenade can. This is a really mean one. As you can see, way less reaction time. Might be more suited for a retake. I also like this one a lot. Just most of the time I'm playing on the right side, as this prevents from or gives more cover and more playroom, because I can peek down there but also up here. On the other hand, here you have the right hand peek. So if you want to strafe clear the area, and the smoke already faded there. Left side can be better if you just use this edge right there for your flashbang lineup. Another really strong thing, like if you get back into this corner and imagine, like CT smoke is very popular. CT is something that is always going to be smoked. What you can do, if you're smoked away, I showed you 3 flashbangs that work wonders, but you can most of the time wait for them until the smoke fades away, so you can actually use the flashed enemies or peek the flashed enemies and get a kill, or if they fall back you can come around and take the area. And if it's smoked away and you want to do something while it's smoked away, what you can do is get back here in this corner, and then you want to look up there. Once again, it's hard to see, so let me get out the scoped weapon. And you see this like straw roof. You just want to look at the straws, anywhere works, and throw your Molotov like this. What this does is this Molotovs away default and a lot of common plant space. Like here you can start planting, and here is also the most common plant space, but it's burning away. Also, the best, as you can see on the ground, the best plant space over here, if they fully smoke, is also fired away, so they can't go for the perfect afterplant execution. So this Molotov actually can deny a plant and sometimes even kill the planter if he's trying to commit or is already a little bit hit or low HP. This can kill a planter. So I would really recommend, if you need to fall back, you need to fall back to this edge here and throw it like that. That is going to interrupt plants, buy you time, make damage. Really, really strong and recommended the Molotov. As for the flash, you just saw. So this is for CTA. I told you how to play close A. I dislike Firebox. Firebox is strong, but because I do my insta-kill like almost every round, and every second round I actually get a kill with it, I won't stand there anymore. And I'm telling all of you, so all of you know how to instantly kill the Firebox guy. So probably a lot less people will play Firebox if this video gets watched. So just be careful about that. Firebox is strong because you have a strong right side swing here. You have a lot of room to where to go. You can easily fall back to CT. And of course you can also peek right and left. If they get close, you can start sneaking around, make some shenanigans. It's a good spot. Yeah, but just not the one for me because I kill it way too often. Hiding back here for ninja, if you actually want to ninja defuse, alright. If you don't want to ninja defuse, if a teammate is sitting here like this, sorry, I'm going to report you for griefing. Like, okay, maybe on a smurf, maybe a normal competitive, not premier because I'm not ranked in there. Alright, do your thing, I forgive you. But if you're on my elo and you're gonna sit there doing and contributing absolutely nothing and giving them free space, you're trolling. I'm going to report you. This is stupid. Don't do this. Same for back here. One Molotov and you are literally dead because it takes you too much time to get out of it. And it's a really easy Molotov without any lineup required. And yeah, just don't do these two spots. Maybe one round. Also, if you are behind and you're just desperate for rounds, maybe mix it up, try something funny, alright. Maybe try a ninja defuse, then I forgive you for using this corner. But you are covering nothing like this. What are you covering? If they are already on spot, is that what you are covering? Are you covering connector? For that you have a mid player and a B short player. You don't need to stand there. It is doing nothing. So, this is arguably an okay spot to be in. It's a hard and stressful spot, but possible. Like, you're okay doing this. But what I also like, or is also very popular, is having someone jungle. Like, the mid player, if mid is nothing, is going to rotate very early over here to help you guys out in on A. And what you can do as a mid player, like I said, I like throwing my Molotov if I play here on A, CT, or up there close. I like to throw my Molotov in there early. And if I have no Molotov, what the jungle player can do is get over here and look up there and just do a run throw. This way, you will have Tetris and in front of it Molotov the way, as you can see. I nearly died to that. You can get it even deeper if you do the exact same lineup. Sorry, I had to sneeze. If you're going to do the exact same lineup and walk, you can get it in even deeper. Oh, sorry, not the exact same lineup. I'm a little bit mixed up after the sneezing. Like that at the black thing. And walk. This way you're going to get it very deep in. And can burn them away. As you can see, very easy stuff. Just go here, walk with this wall. And this is very deep in. Like lower here and walk is even deeper. And if you aim all the way up and do this, you can Molotov Tetris. Alright, now, very strong for the ramp player. Sorry, I'm really getting mixed up. I will need to do a break before I do the mid, I think. For the stairs player, of course. If you're playing stairs and you want to fight the guy's ramp or maybe palace, I want to give you a pop flash that is going to destroy your enemies. All you need to do is look at this wood and go in the middle, like this wooden thing, and you go to the middle of it. And now all you need to do, jump throw. Might look a little bit weird, but let's look at it from another perspective, like maybe the terrorist coming up the ramp here. As you can see, this does wonders. You have barely no reaction time, and you can pick up some free kills. Don't overextend though. The flash fades. Flash fades faster than you think. So you swing up here, you see someone, you take the kill, you go back. Like, no need to overextend. Then maybe next up you can go down here, go for palace. And you don't want to overextend because you throw your flashbang. Sometimes you get no one. Sometimes, like you just saw, people are behind Tetris. So they don't care about your flashbang at all. If people are swinging, trying to take spot, full. Alright? And you can throw your flashbang, go peek, take a kill, maybe don't, go back, and just do it again. You have 2 flashbang slots, why not? Do it again, peek again, go back. Alright, maybe you got 2 kills, maybe you got 3 kills, maybe you got no kills. You are probably alive if you throw the flashbang correctly and retreat after trying to get a kill. And then, if you get a kill like this, someone is going to call stairs. You don't want to go stairs again, because now you are in a problem. Down there can peek you, up here can peek you, back there can peek you, there can peek you. You are going to die if they call out someone is peeking offensive stairs. So, you peek stairs until you get a kill, or if you failed twice already and used up your utility, you're not going to peek there again. What you do instead, you go down, and you can use this here to peek. Like peek down here. This also works here. Peek down here, now again, get a kill, or be sighted, fall back. And now you can peek stairs again. And you just want to have this rotation from up there and down there. You wanna keep on moving. You don't want to be exposed to the same from the same spot all the time. Stop that. You want to be unpredictable, and for that you actually need to swap your positions. Alright, that's the pop flash. That's for the jungle Molotov. I feel like this is all for CT side on Mirage A. And now that's all that is left to talk about is going to be the mid area on Mirage. Next up is going to be mid. And I just noticed I forgot to show you 2 more pop flashes in the Molotov. And I just thought it's more organic this way because I wanted to show you how I play and which nades I regularly use. And I think to be more organic it's going to be fine, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And if you want to see a compilation of the ones that I left out, I can totally do that after showcasing all the maps. And yeah, I just hope that you like it and you can scroll through my shorts. I do a lot of things that I find over there, just neat little nades. All of my shorts are just full of grenades. You can check that one out, and let's start with mid. First up, very basic stuff. How do you smoke mid window? Actually very easy. All you need to do is get next to this crash can and go to the left of this wooden beam like that. Now, we are going to keep pressing walk right. In most cases, or in the normal case, this is going to be the D key, like this. You will see we are shifting. Do you see this? This is what you want to do. Get to the trash can, look to the left of the wooden beam, shift, jump throw. And this way, you will always have a reliable smoke that is going in window and smokes away window completely. Next up, also very basic smoke. You see this in a lot of games, and for a good reason, very strong. If you get up here, and then turn around, you have this antenna, the very right side of it, right there. All I need to do here is a normal throw. This is the smoke to cross. This is the catwalk smoke that allows you to cross even without smoking window. And in angles like this, as you can see, we are also secure out of connector, and this enables more room, more available peaks to set up more grenades, to get behind this, to have more room, and is overall just a very nice grenade, very nice smoke for the early game. Next up, if you want to smoke short, you can go over here to this corner, go into the middle of window and do a jump throw. Very easy stuff. This is going to smoke away short. But you also need to remember you are smoking away ladder. You might need to look for another smoke if you want to make a ladder room play. I dislike it. I just like taking it completely because I'm always afraid if I try to leave ladder open that the CT is already in ladder and just waits for our team to cross because they think it's safe. And I don't want to die to that, so I throw my short smoke this way. And next up is a connector smoke that I really dislike. So you will see even pro players do this smoke going into this corner, and you have this, I don't know what these things are, I'm just gonna call them cactus for now, and if you go on the top of the right shoulder from the third cactus from the left and do a jump throw, you will have a connector smoke. I dislike it, I'm not used to it, as you can see it doesn't even work because I'm not so used to it. Let's try again. I use this so rarely, as you can see this time it worked a little bit better. I use these so rarely. You're supposed to get them in there. Now you might be wondering, why are you showing this? Because I want to show you how people usually do it, and then I want to show you my way, how I do it, because I think it's just better. We don't want to do that. Like, you can look up an actual guide on how to throw that smoke if you like, but there's a way better one, I believe. So what we want to do instead is get here. Maybe you have a teammate drop a smoke for you and smoke away your catwalk, or someone is going to smoke catwalk anyway. Or maybe you took the fight, now you're back here. How do we want to smoke connector? So, this is really dependent. Do you want to get a kill out of this? Or do you want to smoke it away completely safe? Like, even if you throw the best smoke possible from there, I have the feeling that there's always a little gap up here people can look over. And even if they can't see through, if someone is just standing here on the map on the top left, they can sometimes just spot the enemies, the T's from there, and I hate that. We don't want that. So we either want to smoke it away completely secure, or as a one way to pick up free kills. How do we do that? We have this antenna in the middle, and for the one way, we want to look where these two things cross, like right there in the middle. And then just do a normal throw. This way, as you can see, you're going to have a one way. Why is this a one way, you might ask? Because you see their legs first when they see nothing. And then you can just get to spraying. Look at this. Can't see shit. When they're down here and you can see them, they already have noticed you a long time ago and start spraying you. So this is the one-way option. Another very viable option is if you get into the same corner and you want to smoke it away completely safe and reliable, is instead of going there, you go all the way to the left and you are basically going to throw the same smoke. But this time, as you can see, it drops down, and this is a massive smoke, as you can see. There's no chance, no shot at all that someone sees through there. As you can see, completely safe, completely smoked away in both directions. They can't look under. I feel like this smoke is just so much stronger than all the lineups. Like, there's another lineup. Let's see if I can remember it correctly. I think it was something like this. I don't know. It's been some time. Yeah, you see, I was one off. You see, I'm not used to these anymore because this one is just better. Like, you see the height of the smoke? Even if this landed here, you can look over it. Like, smokes in CS2 have a trend to go downward. And if you didn't understand it by this smoke, what I mean, let me show you a very strong A-split smoke that might make you understand what I'm trying to talk about. If you look up here in between these rails at the darker area of the tree and do a jump throw, you're going to throw a smoke up there. Now you might ask, what is the smoke doing up there? Because of the way smokes work in CS2, this is dropping all the way down. Do you see such a gigantic smoke before? Like, this is completely blocking this area off. you can now completely take connector control if you walk up here, and CT can't pick you from there. They're just completely blocked off, and the way that smokes drop down, you abuse this way with the smoke, because it drops down and completely blocks the vision. The other way around, like back in the day, it was a good smoke to throw it over here, that it lands there. Today, this is way smaller, not doing so much, because smokes work different. They now tend to drop down. In the beginning there was even a bug, maybe I can find the clip, where smokes disappeared completely if you throw them too close to the ground. So you try to throw smokes as much up as possible, so the smoke drops all the way down, and you don't want to smoke down there so it goes up. That just doesn't work as well anymore. So, next up, maybe you're on mid, maybe you'll get stuck in mid, maybe the window smoke faded, maybe this smoke faded, and now your team is sitting ducks. You obviously don't want to go back to throw the window smoke again, and obviously it's also very scary to walk through here if the window guy is up. What you want to do instead is crouch down right here, and you see this edge where it starts here. You're just going to do a simple left click throw, and this way you are going to have smoked away window once again. Not as good obviously as from the spawn, but more than enough to keep on the play your game. And yeah, I feel like this is very important to know how to re-smoke from here. And now you have a smoke for short, you have two very strong options for connector, for window, and on how to do an A-split probably. So, what is there left to do? Next up we want to talk on jumping into window, as this can be pretty helpful to overwhelm the enemy, and especially in echo rounds where you are on a pistol, you can jump in there. So there's multiple ways to go about this. So obviously the easiest way is still getting up here on this fence thing, and then just jumping in there with a left strafe. Just do it like this, and you have a very easy way to go into window. This also works with your pistol in hand, comes in really handy. I would never do this with your knife anymore. But for this, your timing needs to be perfect, and that's not always the case. So what I recommend doing instead is, if you get up here, you want to jump, if you're not that clean in your movement, you want to jump for this thing. You can also do this from bench, which is even more safe. I like, if I'm up here, to keep my pistol in hand and just go for the safe jump that you can't miss. Go over here, as you can see you get no fall damage, and then climb in here. As you heard, this was a silent jump up here, and you can also just crouch and drop down without making a sound. And this way you get in way more sneaky, and also it is way more easy to land. Like with knife, alright, easy. You can, with like 10 minutes practice, you will always make this jump. But with pistol, and the less velocity you have, it can be kinda tricky to hit this timing. So I recommend instead, if you are not that confident about your movement, you see this jump for the first time, maybe how it's made in this video, and you want to learn how to do it, learn how to do it there first. This is like 1 second slower, and it is most of the time giving you the same output, and you don't want to jump in here with your knife and then swap to a gun. You want to land here with your gun out, being ready to blast people, because most of the time there's going to be someone in here and you want to win that gunfight, or it was useless to get in here in the first place, you know? Last but not least, for teammate, you of course also have the option, like I just said, over the bench. This is a strafe right jump, a little bit harder than from up there. As you can see, same output, like same input on your keys, just the other way around. This is a strafe right, this is a strafe left, and yeah, then you can crouch in here, drop down silently, and do whatever you want to do here, do some shenanigans. So, this is how you go about playing Med. A really nice tactic can be to go for the full smoke here that I showed you, to go for a smoke there and just conquer short and take B like that, maybe B split even, or if you're going for an A split, use the smoke back there and go for connector. So you also want to smoke short probably, and the split and window. You can just walk through there. Maybe you also have someone ramp who's doing the Molotov on jungle or the smoke on jungle, and then you have a pretty free setup for an A plant. So there's that. And now, only one small thing left to do. We're going to go over to CT, and I'm not a window mid player, so I don't have too much to say about that, but there are two things that I want to share with you. So for the mid player, the window player, it is very important to have speed. You don't need to become a movement god, and I'm not either, so I can't probably show you how it would be if you are a movement god. I just want to show you what you can casually learn, how to get into window a little bit faster. First off, you're going to tell your teammates to shoot it every time. They are responsible to shoot it. I don't care. If you're the one playing mid, they are going to shoot it for you. And if it's already shot, you can just walk up here. And what you want to do a left strafe and then crouch down. Like strafe, crouch jump up this corner, and if you do it correctly, like just shown, it is still possible to do a little bit better. You are crouched at this area still, like you land like right there, and you're already crouched to just smoothly go in there. And now you're at window. You go immediately for the peak. And now, how I play mid and how I recommend it to you. Obviously, they are way better mid players than me. And you can go about this how you want, offensively. I play mid first off for info, and I recommend you do too. If you need to watch a guide like this to learn your smokes, you are not that kind of player that is peeking again and is going to ace every round. You are playing for info, alright? You go here, you try to pick off the first guy you see, you go back, you call for your teammates, how many did you saw, what is happening, and now you have multiple options. If you decide to stay in window, please for the love of God, don't re-peek. Someone is going to hold this for a free kill, and you are going to be that free kill. What you do instead is go over to this table, and you see this metal thing up there. From this metal thing, you want to go all the way to the right, like this, one crosshair length away from the right, like with my crosshair. And as you might see on the grenade camera already, this is a really cheeky flashbang that you can do. It also works like this, or this, or this. Like as you can, this doesn't work anymore. This works, this works. You can see there's a lot of playroom. And I recommend you figure this out with your own crosshair, how much of a length you need to be away from the right wall. And if you throw it like this, you can have a really mean and nice pop flash for the enemies in mid. And then you can go for your repeat and try to kill something. It can be, it is kinda a two-sided blade to go on this side. You are very stuck here and very vulnerable to Molotov, but you also get the advantage of the right side peak. And this way you might be able to win some more gunfights with the right side peak, but you are more vulnerable to Molotov plays. So, what I always think is important to remember when you are the mid player, no one in the world forces you to play window. You can always drop down early, like go down here and try to play it like this if you like. You can always go into connector, this is probably even better, and play it from here. Same, go for the first kill and then play info. Give info, rotate back, try to hold from here. There's no shame about doing so. You don't need to be in window when you are playing mid. This is just one nice option, and the best thing you can do is vary. Try to vary between the spots, like play window one round, connector the next round, maybe drop down one round. Try to vary, so be unpredictable. If you're going to be window every round, they are going to use the utility and you can't go window anymore. And if that's all you have in your arsenal, sorry, that's the moment you just lost mid. For all rounds coming from now on. Because if it works with the utility, obviously next round they are throwing the same utility and you find yourself stuck. And so, you wanna be unpredictable and try to switch it up a little. What I also like to do, if you have top spawn and good timing, you can actually rush tunnel, start sneaking somewhere like here, and if they are going for a B rush, you now have a really nice juicy little back step that you can do on them. So I also recommend trying out that sometimes, especially if maybe you have eco or something like that, you can cheese some kills like that. Alright, that's about it, I think. There's actually just one more advice that I want to give you, and we are going back to T-set for this. So, this works best, or actually the only way this really works, besides having really cool teammates that talk a lot, is if you're a pre-med team. If you have pre-med friends, this tip, this advice, please trust me and try it out. And you need everyone to stick to the plan, or else it is going to be a shit show. Alright, what do you need to do? First off, I tried this in Gold Nova, I tried this in Guardian, I tried this on Global, I tried this in Faceit 7, I tried it in Faceit 10, I tried it right now on 20k points in Premier. This works wonders. If you can get a pre-med group and they actually stick to the plan, this is such a free elo pistol round. So pistol on Mirage. Like, you start out, you need all 5 of you. Actually, you're going to buy Kevlar and the decoy. Best up, all of you. Now you're just going to run mid, like this. And all of you are going to spam your Glocks into window and con like there's no tomorrow. Going down mid, and you never stop. This is where it comes sticky. Like, sometimes you have pre-meds that are, I'm gonna fight, oh, I killed this guy. Oh, I didn't kill him, I'm dead. No, don't do it. Tell them it's really important, never stop. They can do it like this, but they need to keep going. You're all keeping going, down mid, up here. This is where the decoy comes in play. Throw your decoy, like this, and keep going. Just keep on going like this. And trust me, the enemy is rotating over to B at this point. You go T-spawn, and then you go over the fastest way, out of ramp, come around here, go up here, and now when you are on A, I promise you, like, more than 90% of the time, there's going to be 1 or most likely 0 enemies. Because the guy in mid calls, you're going B. The guy on short hears the steps under going B. The people here see that there's no one. Everyone who's looking on the map sees the decoys shooting on B. And more than 90% of the lobbies, no matter what the elo, they're going over there, trying to support it. Sometimes they leave one player just for safety here. Now you're 5-on-1 to take the spot and hopefully win the pistol round from here. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot for all your support lately. I hope this Mirage Masterclass helped you guys out. I tried, as some of you wished for, to have like a comprehensive guide where I have all the things from all the shots, or like the most important one from the shots, like the way I play, in one video. So you can have one masterclass video, and if you're through that, you do all the smokes while watching all the nade lineups. Like, you just mastered Mirage, you mastered your utility belt. Of course there are more. I'm also going to keep on posting all kinds of stuff related to this. But this is, for now, my masterclass on Mirage. Well, what you need to learn, what you need to pick up to be useful in every scenario. And I wish you the very best of lucks in your Premier games, and hopefully see you another time.